Hi, my name is Mia. Welcome to Scrubs and Savings. I'm a 21-year-old new grad nurse documenting my personal and financial journey here on YouTube. And today I am going to be revealing my net worth at 21 years old. So around this time last year, I think when I'm posting it, it will be a year and a day since I posted my how much I have saved and invested at 20 years old video, and I thought it would be super fun to make this an annual tradition on my channel to see how much financial progress that I make within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and hopefully many years to come. So for those of you that are new here, I want to give a good amount of context about my personal financial situation and what I was taught growing up, because personal finance is personal. So definitely never be hard on yourself when you are watching these videos, because everyone comes from a different background and financial situation. So I would say I come from an upper middle class background, and I never had to worry about having food on my table or a roof over my head when I was growing up. So when I was younger, my parents always emphasized the importance of living on less than you make, saving the majority of your money, avoiding student loan debt, as well as working hard and playing hard. So I was lucky enough to receive an allowance from my parents from middle school through high school, and in middle school and high school they would also give me extra money if I achieved A's in all of my classes. So I was definitely primed to become an overachiever in high school, and with my parents' encouragement and the inspiration from my brother who went to college on a full ride, I was determined to get one for myself. So I did achieve that goal, and I went to college on a full tuition scholarship, and my parents covered the rest of my college expenses using my 529 plan, where they had saved up money for college for me in the first place. So during all of college, I worked part-time during school and full-time over the summer, and I currently work as a nurse intern at a hospital, and I make $20.23 per hour with my base pay. And I also work as a clinical research assistant, where I make $23 an hour. And I will be starting my new grad nurse job in the middle of July. With all that context being said, I just wanted to really, truly address the fact that I come from such a privileged financial position in life because of my parents and with the inspiration that I have from my brother, and I honestly could not be any more grateful than I currently am for them. So please, 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 as Sabrina Carpenter would say, do not compare your net worth or financial situation with mine. I don't think it does anyone any good. So as for what a net worth is, it is a person's assets minus their liabilities, or the difference between the amount they own versus the amount they owe. And it will make a little more sense as I go through everything that is calculated into my net worth. So for my assets, I currently have $4,039.85 in my checking account, $85.79 in cash. Whenever I can directly compare a number from my last video to this one, I will mention it. So for my savings, I had $8,464.74 in savings in May of 2024, and this year I have $8,410, and it seems like not a lot of changes were made within the past year, but quite a lot of things have happened with my savings, which I will get to in a bit. Then for my investments, in May of 2024, I had $18,464.83 in my Roth IRA, and then this year I currently have $28,046.35. So between then and now, I have maxed out my Roth IRA for 2025. I personally contributed $1,000, and there's a whole thing that I explained in my May money reset, but basically we rolled over money from an account that my parents saved for me for college and moved $6,000 of it to my Roth IRA to help me max it out this year. Then, for my taxable brokerage, I had $8,555.51, and I currently have $15,063.48. I started a down payment savings fund last year, and in May of last year, I had $29.02 in my down payment fund, and this year I have a cutesy little $75.35 in that fund. And of course, I hope to grow it much, much bigger one day, but that is not my current focus. And an account that I have currently that I didn't have in May of last year is my 403b through the hospital that I work at or my employer. And it's currently sitting at $2,713.41. And I also have a couple of physical assets. So my first physical asset is my car, which a lot of people don't account for in their net worth, which I understand if you're only calculating it for retirement purposes, but it's something that I own, so I include it. So it is a 2021 Toyota RAV4 XLE, and it is currently worth $23,095 according to Kelley Blue Book. And then I also own a very small percentage of a property in the Philippines with my family, and we had that value reassessed when we were in the Philippines at the end of December, and with the conversion rate at the time, it's worth $2,623.49. So if you add all of those numbers together, my total assets are worth $83,558.51, which I feel super happy about, and it's a pretty good testament to how much I've worked and saved, but I do wish that the $23,000 that are my car could be in investments, but I have to have a car to get to where I need to go to make money and enjoy my life because I live in a car dependent area, so can't really do much about that. It is so bright right now, but everywhere else in my room is super dark, so we're just gonna have to make do. But luckily, I don't have as many liabilities as I have assets, so we can speed through this section. So I still have a little bit of money left on my car loan, and that is $3,831, and with the extra loan payment that I'm paying, which is $860 per month, with the minimum car payment that my dad is paying each month, which is $433, my car loan will be paid off in July. Then for my credit cards, I don't carry a balance on them each month. I pay the statement balance off in full and no more than that. So I still have money on my credit cards each month, but I am not paying a cent in interest. But I do have money on my cards, and it's a good amount because I just went on vacation. So I have an Apple card, which does not have a balance, the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, which has $1,016.80 on it. Then I don't have any money on my Chase Freedom Student card, and then on my Capital One Savor One card, there is currently $596.80. So if you add up all of my liabilities, I currently have $5,444.60 in liabilities. So if we take my assets minus my liabilities, my net worth is currently $78,438.12, which I'm feeling very, very good about. I know that it's good for my age, and I'm really happy that I believe the majority of it is in investments, and with my plan to pay off the car by July, starting my full-time job and making significantly more money per hour and maintaining my investment rate, I really think I can reach my goal of hitting a $100,000 net worth by the end of 2025, which is kind of crazy to say out loud, but the reason why I save and invest so much of my money is that I dream of having a very secure financial foundation for if emergencies come, whenever I want to purchase a house and have kids, and all of the expenses that come with those things. I want to be prepared for it, and I hope to become financially independent as reasonably fast as possible without sacrificing a comfortable lifestyle. And financial independence is basically having enough money from your investments or other income streams outside of your employer to cover all of your expenses. And I will be going over my specific plan on how I will be doing that in one of my future videos. I think that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it at least a little entertaining and enjoyable. If you did, make sure to like, and if you like this video, and if you feel so inclined, I hope you subscribe to follow me on my financial journey, and I hope to cheer you guys on along your journey as well. Bye guys.